Hello, I'm Dan, the Arkansas Pumpkin Man. Today I'm going to demonstrate the A1 Airblast sprayer, which I recently purchased for my pumpkin crop. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up here in White County, Arkansas, and now have the farm just outside of Searcy, Arkansas. This was my great-great-grandfather's farm, and my father and my grandfather also farmed this location. Our family's been here since the 1850s, and they're all buried here in a cemetery close to us. A little bit about myself. Like I say, I grew up here in White County, and went to school at Arkansas State University in agriculture. And I've actually just retired from the DuPont Corporation in the Agricultural Development Group after 15 years. But I actually have about 45 years of experience in that development business. I started growing pumpkins, sweet corn, watermelons, Indian corn, all for sale here, primarily at the Searcy Farmers Market, which is only about 2.5 to 3 miles from our farm location. Like I say, I grow several of the horticulture crops. My father was a agriculture teacher and chemistry teacher in the high school, and we, after he retired, had 28 acres of seedless table grapes. He was 80 when he passed away. Actually had a heart attack in the vineyard. After I retired, I acquired the farm, my parents' house, the shop, a lot of equipment, and I basically do the farming here by myself as a one-man band. This year, again, I'm growing 10 different varieties of pumpkins. I have 4 different varieties of sweet corn, which I've already sold out, watermelons, which I've sold out as well, and then tried some Indian corn this year, as well as doing some contract research for Delta Crop Research, Dr. Trey Koger. First of all, I'd like to thank a couple of my friends, Amy and Ben, for helping me post this video. They actually live in Georgia, and I'll be sending the video to them. Again, today I wanted to demonstrate the A1 Airblast sprayer. It's a new sprayer that I just recently acquired from the A1 company. This is the Terminator. It is a 60-gallon tank, PTO driven, with a cone air squirrel cage type fan with the funnel with the 3 nozzles inside the cone that comes out. Again, it's PTO driven. I have calibrated this sprayer to apply 30 gallons of water per acre at my tractor speed, and I'm putting out about 60 pounds per square inch of air, and then the pump, which is inside the housing, actually pumps the moisture, the liquid into the tubes and tips, and then the squirrel cage fan blows it across. It is advertised to cover about 120 foot. I have it calibrated at 100 foot swath. I'm using a 4400 Kubota. That's a 45 horsepower tractor. You need about this size tractor to be able to run this Airblast sprayer. I'll be hooking the sprayer up and going to the field with it. Today I will be applying on my pumpkins. This will be the 4th fungicide application made on about a 8 to 12 day schedule. Today I'll be using the product called Fontalis. It is a DuPont product and now acquired by Corteva. And I am alternating that with a Bayer product called Luna, and both of these are really good fungicides for several different crops, including pumpkins. For my PPE, I will be wearing the DuPont Tyvek suit, as well as gloves and boots and that kind of personal protection equipment. Both of these products are very safe. This tractor that I have actually does not have a cab on it, but like I say, both these products are very safe. I'll be mixing these products. Actually, I'll be using the Fontalis today. I'm alternating it with the Luna, which I used last. With the Fontalis, I'll be including a protectant type product called diethane. Fontalis is a new mode of action, or both of these products are new mode of action, and they're systemic. Where diethane is a protectant, these products actually translocate into the vegetation. In pumpkins, our primary disease that we are trying to control is powdery mildew is number one. Downy mildew, with our heat and humidity and that we have here in the Mid-South, we have downy mildew problems. Then you have some fruit rots as well. And all these products will give you both foliar control and protectant and control of some of the fruit rots. So I'll be hooking the Airblast A1 Airblast sprayer up here in a few minutes, and we'll be demonstrating some of its what it will do in the field. One of your critical areas for using the Airblast sprayer is to move the leaves, the foliage around. You have a pretty heavy canopy of large leaves, and you need to, with the fungicides, you need to have good coverage on the foliage. Most of the time I would include a insecticide, something like a bifenthrin, Mustang Max, or Exarel. I have scouted the field and find very few insects in the field, so I will not be including an insecticide in this application. Again, this will be the 5th fungicide application made to these pumpkins. A couple of things I failed to mention. This Airblast sprayer empty weighs about 500 pounds. And then when you put 60 gallons of water, that's another 500 pounds. So you could have a total of almost 1,000 pounds on this. That's the reason for needing a tractor, at least a 45 horsepower size tractor. I will be also videoing some of the pumpkins. We had this morning had tremendous flowering on a couple of the varieties. We are having unusually cool weather, which is excellent for this time of year in August here in central Arkansas. We don't normally have this cool weather. We were in the 60s this morning, and probably high in the 80s or low 80s today, which is excellent for if the heat is too high, you'll abort quite a few of your flowers. This particular sprayer holds 60 gallons, so that would give me 2 acres of finished spray. That probably will not cover all the pumpkin area that I have, but I will make a 60-gallon mix the first load and then see how much is left, and either come back and make a 30-gallon or even a 15-gallon, depending upon how much area I need. As you can see, the diethane product is a dry flowable. So what I like to do is weigh out the amount that I need and add water to it as a pre-mix, and then add that to the tank, which I'm already filling up. I like to put about 15 to 20 gallons of water in the tank, start the pump, getting that water agitated, and then add the already pre-soaked diethane to the mix. The Fontalis and the Luna products are flowables, and so they really don't need to be pre-mixed. You can actually add those directly. You can pre-mix them with water, but you can, once you get the tank agitating, you can add the correct amount right directly to that. See, I've put in about 20 gallons of water. I always like to turn the sprayer on with just water in it, just to make sure all the nozzles are working properly and the pump's working good before I add any of the chemicals. I've actually already pre-mixed the correct amount of diethane that I weighed out, and I've added water to it and just letting it soak there for a little bit before I add it to the tank after I've checked everything. As you can see, get water in, check and make sure I've added all the correct products to the tank, and I'm finished filling it up.